Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome to this morning's first live stream from LASALS, the Adult Education College. This morning we're going to be talking about our counselling qualifications and the mental health and wellbeing level 1 qualification that we're offering this term. Nice to see people here. So I'm going to start with a presentation to let you know about the open day process as we go along. It's a new one for us. It's a new one for us, so it's a new one for you. So we're just going to let you know to make sure that you clear all the different steps that you might need to take. So the first thing is, if you've come here directly from the website and just clicked on the link, welcome. That's absolutely fine. But if you haven't registered for the open day, you won't be able to follow on in the process if you do want to enrol on a course. So if that's the case, when you finish watching the live stream, if you can go back to the website at leicesterlearns.ac.uk and fill in the registration form, which is at the bottom of that first page that you get to on the web page, and then we'll have your contact details and we'll be able to contact you back and get you moving along with the process. During these live streams, we want your involvement, and the way to do that, because we can't see or hear you, unfortunately, the way to do it is to find this little icon at the top on the right of your screen, and it's a little question mark with 2 speech bubbles that you click on, and that opens up the live Q&A box on the right. If it's not already open, there's a box at the bottom that says ask us a question, and you can put a question or anything in there. It will come up as your name that you've logged in as, unless you click the little box underneath that says post anonymously, in which case it will come through to us as anonymous, and we will share questions or comments that you make, which are questions that other people might want to know the answer to, or that we're going to get to answering during the course of the presentation this morning. So please do or just put your name in there to say hello and let us know that you are watching and listening to us this morning. So that's great. I can see people have done that already, so thank you very much. Good morning. So the digital assistance that we offer is for those of you that might be struggling with any of this, or might encounter any difficulties with doing any of the online assessments or those kind of things as we go along. We're here to give you some help, so just call 0116 454 1900 or give us an email on opendays@leicesterlearns.ac.uk, and we'll get back to you with some help. In a minute, we're going to talk about the different courses that are available for the counselling, but I'm just going to move on at this point and talk to you about what happens after you've decided what courses you're interested in taking with us. So it's likely to be, for most of our qualification courses specifically, and our IT courses, we ask you to undertake an initial assessment if you're a new learner with us, which means that we can have a better awareness of what level of you're working at and what level is the right level for you to be studying at the moment. This can take the form of a knowledge quiz questions on the internet, which is like a form like any other survey or quiz that you might do on the internet anyway. Otherwise, for some of our courses where there's assignments and work like that, we ask you to do a written assessment, which is just respond to us the passage of writing in response to a scenario or a question. So for the counselling courses and the mental health and wellbeing courses, it will be a written assessment, and the way we'll do that is to email you on request a PDF, which is a document that you'll be able to fill in the box, fill in the gaps with your response and with your answers, and then that will be you will send that back to us so we can mark it and then talk to you about which course is right for you. Once that process is done and you've been agreed and what course it is that you really want to enrol on, then the information from everybody from this week will be passed to our enrolment team, who, starting from next week sometime we'll be calling all the people back to complete the full enrolment process over the phone, and at that point they'll ask you to confirm your identity, and they will also ask you if you have any learning difficulties or disabilities or anything that might affect your ability to learn on our courses, so that we can look at any adaptations that you might need or any additional support that might be necessary to help you achieve your aims. But they'll also ask you some questions about your eligibility for fee funding or free courses or reduced fee courses. This is based on your UK, EU or EEA residency, but there are some different conditions. There are a few different situations that apply to that. So please just get in contact with us and ask to find out if you're uncertain of your own situation, whether that applies. Also, we offer free courses to eligible people who are unemployed and claiming an out-of-work benefit, or if you're working and you're low-waged and you're earning less than £16,009.50 before tax, you will be entitled to not pay any fees on the level 1 and level 2 courses. But again, if you're concerned about that or want to know how that works or whether your situation applies, then that's something that you can call up and speak to the enrolment advisors team on our main number, which I've given you before and I'll give you again, to have a discussion about that. So take the opportunity to let you know about the preparations and things that the college and LASALS and the City Council are doing to make sure that our learners and our staff remain safe through the pandemic crisis. So at the point when the building is allowed to be opened again, and there'll be hand sanitizers and a different structure for entering and exiting the building, and we're reducing the number of people that we're going to be in the building at any one time by amending the way that we offer learning. So there'll be different learning options. We'll talk to you a bit more about that in detail later with the courses. The blended learning option, which mixes study and work at home and classroom learning, or some courses that are fully online as well, where it's suitable and where people have the access to the IT necessary. So we don't want anybody to be excluded. We just want to find the best way to help you help you achieve your learning aims. So also alongside this, because as you can see, we're a much more digital world these days, so we do offer the full range of IT qualifications. So if you are, new to it, or you've got some lower level skills, the digital foundation skills and digital essential skills courses are part of the new national standards for adults in IT, and those will be you'll be able to fill in your knowledge in areas such as using different devices and how to transact online and communicating online, and how to manage data and store the stuff. So it's quite a broad range of skills that the government feel all adults should be able to have to be able to get on in life and in work as well. Moving on from that, if you need to gain a qualification, we do have entry 3 to level 2 qualifications available, and in addition to that, if you are looking for work, the employment programme is there to help you, and the career boosters are a range of free courses as well that will help you with those in-work skills like team building and decision making, customer service, and things like that employers are really looking for at the minute. Also, later on in this presentation, I'm going to introduce you to our new careers advisor, Dan Kilgariff, and he'll let you know all about the offer that we have at LASALS. Again, English and Maths are such a vital qualification, and lots of employers and higher education establishments require you to have a level 2 in English and Maths. So we offer those. If you are interested or think you need to boost or build your skills or qualifications in that, then let us know, and we will add you to the list of people to be contacted when we start booking for the initial assessments for those, which will happen just before the start of the new term. You want to get your name on that list, because as with everything else, everything's a bit more restricted and lower numbers, so let's get yourself on the list so that you can come to one of our socially distanced initial assessment sessions for that. Again, here's our contact details. So send us an email at opendays@leicesterlearns.ac.uk or call us on 0116 454 1900 from 9 to 5 Monday to Friday and 4:30 on a Monday to Thursday, sorry, 9 to 5, and it's 4:30 on a Friday. So those are our contact details. That's the best way to get in contact with us to let us know you want to talk to us more, maybe about other qualifications or what your options are. So this morning, like I said, we're going to discuss the counselling qualifications that we offer with you. My colleague Claire Leveligori is with us this morning. She's another learner recruitment welfare officer like myself in the Skills for Work team, leading the working with children and adults qualifications at the minute. How are you this morning, Claire?
Morning, I'm good, thank you, Anna. So thank you for that introduction, and nice to see a few people with us this morning. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the courses we've got coming up at Leicester Adult Skills and Learning Service from September for our counselling and mental health. So we've got 2 courses coming up starting early in September. So from the 23rd and the 29th of September, we'll be starting our level 2 and level 3 in counselling qualifications. So these are a vocational learning qualification. So you'd build a portfolio to gain your qualification here. So the level 2 counselling is a 4-unit vocational qualification where you build your portfolio to show your knowledge and understanding of the subject, and there's 1 unit that you have to show competence as well. What I will do is I'm going to let our tutor talk you through a short video clip about the qualification, and then I'll be here to answer some questions and give you some more specifics on how you can join the course and what you can do to get yourself enrolled on to one of our courses. So I shall hand you over to our lovely Tina. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Tina and I'm tutor at LASALS, and I teach on level 2 and level 3 counselling. What I'm about to do is just give you an overview of both the courses, and I'm going to share a PowerPoint just to take you through that. So bear with me a moment whilst I share the screen. Okay, so starting with level 2 in counselling skills, what this course will introduce you to is the use of counselling skills in everyday life and work. So that means that this can help enhance relationships in your personal life or in your work environment. And it will also look at some of the approaches, the theory that underpins why we use some of those skills and why they work, why they are effective in helping relationships build, or in your helping profession, if you are in a helping profession. It will also investigate the knowledge and skills needed to use those counselling skills. So what really sits underneath and why we use them to engage in a helping interaction appropriately. So some of these theories that we might look at in level 2, person-centered, psychodynamic, maybe some CBT as well, just to look at what underpins those counselling skills. This qualification, although it will enhance your relationship skills, either in a helping profession or in your everyday life, it won't qualify you to be a professional counsellor. So moving on, thinking, what does this course involve in the teaching? There are 4 units involved in level 2. Unit 1 is using counselling skills, so a heavy emphasis there on role plays, because how can we develop counselling skills without practice in a relationship setting? Introduction to counselling skills theory, so in Unit 2 you will move on to that underpinning of why you're using the skills that you learned in Unit 1. Unit 3 is diversity and ethics in the use of counselling skills, a really important area, because not only will you learn about your own identity and your own difference, but also how difference can impact on you as well, and understanding difference, because it's everywhere, isn't it? We're all different. And Unit 4 is counselling skills and personal development, so it's kind of bringing the two together a little bit. So once you have achieved that qualification and worked through level 2, you could then progress onto our level 3 award in counselling studies, which I'm now going to go on and just give a little outline about that. Okay, so level 3 counselling studies, this will be more in depth than level 2. So although you will find similarities of what you will be learning about and what it covers, it will just be a little bit more in depth. So it will give you that knowledge and the use of counselling skills, again, in everyday life or in your professional life or work life setting, and also the approaches that underpin those. So again, in level 3, we might just extend from 3 approaches. It might take you to something like 5 or 6 different theories that underpin those counselling skills. It would be ideal for those that want to enhance their functional role through the use of counselling skills. So again, like I said earlier, this doesn't necessarily mean just in your work life, it can be your professional life as well. You'll gain an understanding of a range of counselling skills, and you'll have the opportunity to examine some of those various schools of thought and theoretical models. And we do this a lot really through not just learning about the theories, but discussions between, you know, each learner and within the group, because I feel that we do really learn a lot from each other. So your ideas that form part of these discussions really can help us all understand better. Again, though, with level, as with level 2, you won't be qualified as a professional counsellor. However, it will most certainly enhance your skills and knowledge that can help you either personally or professionally. There are 5 units in level 3, so there's 1 more unit than level 2. The first unit is developing counselling skills, again, and a heavy emphasis there on role play and experiential stuff. Unit 2 is the theoretical approaches in the use of counselling skills. Unit 3 is working ethically with counselling skills. Again, as you'll notice, ethics runs right the way through both courses, because it's ethics that gives us the safe practice. So it's a really important aspect to using counselling skills or counselling. Unit 4 is counselling skills and diversity, and Unit 5 is counselling skills and personal development. So there is a real huge emphasis here on experiential stuff, as we see in the next slide. What you'll expect in these lessons is working with each other, lots of reflective exercises. So you may take an exercise and think about that individually and then share that with a partner. You might have small group discussions that then are brought into the large group for a bigger discussion. Lots of role play work, lots of individual reflection at home as well. So there'll be homework tasks that really get you to think about the skills and how your personal development links in with that, really. There will be PowerPoint presentations each week because this is where the theories and the learning criteria is really outlined and gives us the essence of what we'll be discussing. And there are assessments for each unit. So as you progress through each unit, you will be given a number of assessments to complete at home and submit. And that's the same for both level 2 and level 3. So when are the courses running? Level 2 will be Tuesday evenings, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And level 3 will be Wednesday evenings, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, so that's a brief overview of both level 2 and level 3. I'm just going to stop sharing the PowerPoint. Okay, so that concludes the overview, and I hope to see you in the autumn.
So as Tina said, our level 2 and level 3 counselling qualifications, these are both a year long to complete. They are both run as of an evening. So you would come to the college 1 week and the next week you would work from home. So we're delivering these qualifications as a blended learning course. So as Anna said in our introduction today, to keep people safe and to maximise numbers on our courses, we're going to be doing 1 week in and 1 week out. So there is a small initial assessment that you'd need to complete before your level 2 and your level 3, and it's encouraged that you would do the level 2 first and then do the level 3. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to just give you a short slide about the mental health course, and then I'll give you a little bit of a chat about that as we go through. Okay, so as you can see here, we're running a level 1 in mental health and well-being. So this qualification is a 1-unit qualification, and it's based on the understanding of mental health. So as we go through the slide, you'll be able to see what we're looking at. So if we go on to the next slide, you can see the aims of the qualification. So this is for learners to be able to understand a brief knowledge of mental health and how you can support the understanding of mental health. This is not going to give you a level qualification to be able to practice mental health. It's just going to make you aware. And the types of things that we will be doing group work, and we will be doing whole group tasks, small group tasks, and we'll be looking at factors that help good mental health and well-being. So as you can see on the slide, we'll be looking at physical, emotional well-being. We'll be looking at expressing our own understanding of mental health and just a general understanding of mental health as we work through the programme. So as you can see, as we go through, we will be doing lots of group discussion, and this will be great for your learning and understanding. The mental health qualification is, as we said earlier, is just a 1-unit qualification with 4 aims within it of how you look at your mental health. So emotional well-being, building and maintaining relationships, and interacting with peers and colleagues, and so on. So as you can see, as we go down, you can see those there. So it's also looking at ways of how you can protect your own mental health and so on. So as you can see, as we go through. Okay, lovely. If we go on to the next slide, that would be great. So that we'll be doing some pair work and some group tasks. So these will be this will be done when we get together to do our group sessions. And as you go through the session, so as I said earlier, I think I said earlier, there are 6 weeks to this qualification. So you would do 4 weeks where you're looking at the aims and objectives of the qualification and understanding the knowledge required to pass your unit 1. In week 5, we cover a reflective log and we cover a reflection of what we've learnt over the 4 previous weeks. And then we move on to week 6. In week 6, there is a 20-question multiple choice exam of which you'll come into the college and sit in exam conditions and complete the level 1 mental health. And it is literally a pass qualification. So you would, okay, so you would come in, you would sit in exam qualification exams, and you would complete the qualification. I'm just going to briefly pass you back to Anna now to give you some more information.
That's quite all right. As you know, we're in this wonderful world of lockdown that we're all living in. We're all living in our family situations, and that's you know, that's the nature of where it is. So that's fine. The mental health has never been such an important subject as it seems to be at the minute, and so building an awareness of that and an understanding about how to support people and how to help help them get the access to the right kind of care and support and treatment is a really useful skill in life in general, as well as for those of us working with people as well. So being able to take care and be mindful of our colleagues and friends, mental and our own mental health and well-being is it's a really useful. It's a nice course, this one as well, isn't it? Because it's not too intensive. It allows you to you know, explore those things. There's lots of work, lots of discussions, lots of learning that goes on, but it's a really supportive talking environment, and the assessment at the end is it's a multiple choice one. Am I right, Claire? I think that's
right. It's a multiple choice. So you would have a question, and you would have 4 possible answers. And generally, what happens in this type of exam condition is 2 of the answers clearly look like they wouldn't be the answers, and 2 of the answers look like they could be, and you decipher based on the knowledge that you've learnt over the last few weeks which one would be the correct answer. And I think it's a 85% pass rate, so you do have some room to get some questions wrong. And if you did get some questions wrong and you just had a bit of a fear whilst you were doing your multiple choice exam, we could always resit you. So, you know, don't be too worried about sitting a test at the end. And like we say, it's a level 1, and a lot of it is probably information that, you know, it's just putting it into context within the qualification.
Absolutely, getting a qualification for it. We've had a good question about this, and I'm might need some clarification from the person who's asked the question. It says, "Hi, how long does the course take, and how much? What is the person qualification to be eligible for this course?" I'm going to ask the person who asked us to clarify which course they're talking about. Are they talking about the because we know we go out on a delay, so sometimes the questions come in a bit after the fact that we've asked them. So if you want to know about the counselling course, we can tell you about that. They're both year long, the level 2 and level 3, I think, aren't they, Claire?
Yes. So they will start in September, and they would run right through to July 2021. So they are term time only. It's 1 session per week, starting from 6 o'clock till 8:30 for the level 2, and 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock for the level 3. And that will be term time for the duration of the academic year. So we wouldn't be working through holidays, but it would be every Tuesday night for the level 2, starting from the 29th of September through till the last week of term in July. For the level 3, it starts from the 23rd of September, and again, other than the school holidays, and we would then run that through till July 2021, and that's of an evening. And as we discussed, you would come into college for your induction onto the qualification, and then the next week you would work from home, and Tina would deliver a live Google Meets class with you and teach you as if you're in class. There are 4 units for the level 2, like Tina said, and 5 units for the level 3, and they are assessment based. So you would be being taught, given some self-learning to do and some reflection, and then you would be expected to submit a assignment per unit. And Tina, I know she stretches them out nicely, so you'll have a few classes where she'll break down the unit and the assessment that's involved, and then predominantly how she's delivered is by the end of the month you would submit your assignment for unit 1, and she would give you some feedback on how you're doing there.
Great.
Like we said earlier, the mental health is is 6 weeks.
Yeah, so that's a much shorter course because it is at level 1. Somebody's also asked how long is the exam. I'm assuming obviously that is about the mental health and wellness, mental health and well-being course, because that's the only one that does have an exam assessment at the end of it. Can you tell me how long that takes, Claire?
Yes, so the sessions for the mental health class are 2 hours, and so what we would do is you would come in on your normal day for your class, and you would have a little bit of a time to settle yourself down and sit yourself down. Your tutor would run through some revision with you, and the week before you would actually do a mock test, so you would have an understanding of what the paper looked like, and so you wouldn't be fed into their blind. And then you would complete your exam, and you would complete it in exam conditions, and it's like we said, a multiple choice, so you would just tick off the question that you felt was the answer, and then when you get to the end you turn your paper over and you'd be able to leave quietly. We would then submit the exams papers to be marked, and then we would claim for your certificate with the awarding body once your examination has met the pass rate.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, so basically people don't have to be afraid of that exam. It's a really supported, we're here to try and help make sure that we can support you to confirm that learning that you will have gained and you will have already had, and to confirm that by assessment at the end of it. But the assessment is, like we said, really supported, a nice easier way to do it. So it's nothing to be afraid or fearful of. You'll be well prepared for it by the time that you get there. So I hope that's answered the questions that you're asking for in relation to the right kind of courses. Do we know when the first mental health and wellbeing course is due to start?
I was just looking just before we started to see that. I believe we do have one running from. If you can just give me a second, and then I will find that.
Absolutely, no problem. So at this point, I'm going to remind people to send us some more questions on the chat. We like it. That's really interactive. It helps us make sure that we're giving you the information that you need about these courses. The other question is the mental health course run in the evening, or is it a daytime course?
It's during the day, unfortunately, yes. So it is just run during the day, and I've just got the spreadsheet up at the moment.
Sure.
So I'm just having a quick
Why
look.
don't we take this opportunity to pass over to Dan? So because there's people out there that I'm sure that are just discussing and thinking about their careers options and where they might go and what they might do, and so it's a good opportunity to ask Dan to tell you about the careers advice that we have at LASALS to support you with these decisions. How are you doing this morning, Dan?
Hi Anna, how's it going? Thank you for your
Great.
introductions.
Yep. Go for it.
Smashing. So, hello to everyone out there, and welcome to this short introductory talk, which focuses on the careers advice and support that's provided by Leicester Adult Skills and Learning Services. So, as long ago as people have worked, they have realised that work should not just be about survival or hardship or income, but it should be enjoyable and rewarding. Many of us are much more likely to work later into our old age than ever before, possibly even in job roles that don't exist as we speak now. However, you can help future-proof your career with transferable skills for work. Having an opportunity to access good quality and impartial careers advice and information is essential when considering your future career choices. At LASALS, we offer professional, impartial careers and employment information, advice and guidance from qualified and experienced advisors. This support and advice will be tailored to your needs only, and we would encourage you to aim as high as possible, and we will celebrate learners who move on to new opportunities once completing courses with us. We aim to offer you the access you need to careers advice and support through a variety of different options dependent on your needs, from face-to-face appointments, use of a careers library, information on careers websites, online careers and work-related activities, and signposting to other services that may be of benefit to you. We aim to do this as flexibly as possible across locations and formats, such as having a face-to-face appointment at the new Bishopdale Centre, or even online where possible, with a bulk of our IAG around career and course choice is currently offered during this COVID lockdown. Whether it be for future studies, employment, or a career change, our in-house career service can work with you to create a career plan and help create a program tailored to your needs and career goals. You can be assured that the advice and support you're offered is provided by qualified and experienced advisors working within a framework designed to maintain high standards of advice. LASALS are a matrix accredited provider, meeting our national standards for giving advice and guidance, and continue to be rated a good provider by Ofsted across all areas of our work, including career support. If anyone has any questions they'd like to ask right now, please use the Q&A panel and leave us a message. Put your name, number or email and a question, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you'd like to call, please contact us on 0116 454 1900, and don't forget to look out for us on both Facebook and Twitter. And that concludes this short introduction to the career service at LASALS. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you, Dan. That's a great presentation that you've got there. I'm just going to send your camera live so the people watching at home you can introduce yourself to them. So when we are back in the college, they can see who it is that they need to tap the shoulder of to ask, or not tap the shoulder of, socially distancing.
Yeah,
Shout at 2 meters distance.
Totally distant, holler at, basically. Just shout at me.
Brilliant.
I'll be based at the end of the cafe in the careers library when we do reopen, and that's where you'll be able to find me.
That's great. Nice to have you. Nice to have you in the team, Dan. That's brilliant. So it's great. We've had a few more questions come in as we've asked. We've responded to some of them already, I think, in terms of when the mental health course is being run. And a nice comment. Thank you, thanking us for the detailed answers. That's great. In terms of the fee or the course fees for the level for the counselling qualifications, as I mentioned in the opening presentation, I hope you saw that eligibility for fee funding or reduced fee courses is based on your UK residency. So you need to have been resident in the UK for at least the last 3 years or more. That's step one, and then so that would take the course fees down from full fees to half fees. And then from there, if you are working and you're on a low wage and you're earning less than £16,009.50 a year before tax, or if you are claiming an out-of-work benefit and you have got no income coming into yourself, it's not a household income, it's just looking at the learner themselves, then that would mean you were entitled to not pay any fees for level 1 and level 2 qualifications. Unfortunately, the level 3 qualification does have fees and would have to be funded by yourselves or different methods. So we could talk to you about that as we come. But as I said in the beginning, because these are sometimes, it's personal circumstances and there are some situations where it varies ever so slightly, then we just encourage you to let us know. And we'll have a discussion with you and I'll let you know personally on that basis. So it's definitely worth asking. A majority of people certainly only pay what's called co-funded, which is half of the full fees. It's only the people that don't meet the nationality or the residency eligibility that would have to pay full fees or wouldn't be entitled to the free courses. But like I keep saying, just give us a call, and when you're in consultation with us after these live streams, we can give you that information for you specifically. Okay. We have someone. need to change my career and transfer skills, so I have much experience but need the confidence to do so. In that case, I really recommend coming and talking to us. We'll arrange a one-to-one consultation with you over the phone, and probably maybe put you in and have one of those consultations with the careers advisor as well. That's exactly the kind of situation that the careers advice service is here for. So to help you focus your mind and create that action plan to move forward with any career change. That's great. So we'll put you in contact with Dan and the rest of the service after this live stream. That's great. Okay. Somebody's asked if they how much they'll pay if their wages are over 16,000. I have to apologise at this point. I don't have the actual course fee, but we can definitely find that out for you, and we will get back to you on that. So we've got your contact details, and anybody else when we go through and you send us, the way we're going to do the initial assessment is by you letting us know that you're interested in doing the course, and then we will specifically send you the written initial assessment like I mentioned. When we send you that initial assessment, we'll make sure that we send you full details about the course so that you can make your decision about it before you have to do the initial assessment, and you can decide what is right for you. I will assure you that also there's obviously no obligation if you do take an initial assessment or you do look at a variety of different courses and then find out that you that it's not right for you, or that you might have to pay more money than you're able to. There's obviously no obligation to be on that course or to be enrolled on that course once you've done the initial assessment or just by talking to us today. So let's find out and share that information with you when you can. I hope that's answered those questions, and it's great that we've got many questions coming in. It's nice to see you all here this morning. So feel free to ask us any more. We're drawing towards the end of the live stream, this first live stream this morning, and we'd like to give you a bit of time, like I said, because of this time lag from me talking and you hearing, so to give you time to respond to that and let us know if there's anything else that we can get. Yeah, because the reason we can't enroll you this week, but the enrolments will happen next week over the phone, is because we're in this situation where we've had to completely replan and reorganise the structure of how things are going to work from August to bring us in line with the social distancing and to make sure that we can offer the range of courses that we're used to offering in a safe environment for you. So as you can expect, that means that we're running behind where we would normally be. So at this time we would love to be able to enroll you straight away and tell you all the details about it, but we're just not able to at the minute. But we will give you that information. We will find it out and give you that information as soon as possible. So at this point I'm going to just pass it back to Claire and see if there's anything else that we've missed or anything else that needs to be added to this presentation. How are you? What do you think, Claire?
Hi, thank you all for joining us, and thank you for all the lovely questions. I think we've covered most of it. Some of the questions regarding fees, like Anna was saying, we've been working to try and be really responsive and get information to you all as quickly as possible so we can start enrolling you on our courses. Unfortunately, until Monday, me and Anna don't have the cost of courses, so we can't advise you on that. But if you do call, we will get back to you, and we can advise you in future for that. We should have that information from early next week. We've also had some questions about the initial assessment and how that will be completed. So like most of our initial assessments, they are a a short written piece to just see that you have the skills and understanding to be able to take part and complete the qualification. And these aren't these are based on a bit of a talk with you and your written initial assessment and some feedback on that. So if so we can advise you and guide you onto the right course, and this would also take account of where you are currently and where you want to be. So whether this is a change of career, or whether you've already got extensive skills and understanding in the area, but you just want to update your CPD, or you just want to refresh on some of your understanding as standards and qualifications change and update. So this is why the initial assessment and this process is so important, to be able to get you on the right course. And also, if we don't have the right course for you, this is why it's great to speak to Dan, and he can advise you where you could go to get the skills and the qualifications that you might be looking for. So so that's that. And also, in the light of just one last thing, if there is a course that you like to run of an evening, and we don't currently have it as an evening course, if you tell us an expression of interest that you would like to do it, if we do get enough people expressing an interest to do a course of an evening, then we can be responsive as a college and look down the line at maybe putting on evening classes if the need is there from our lovely learners. Okay, I'll hand you back to Anna.
That's great. We have had one more question that's come in. It says, can anybody enroll in more than one course at the same time? The answer to that is yes, but it can depend on which courses that you're looking to combine. We obviously don't encourage people to take on too much, and taking on more courses that are more intense and at a higher level at the same time is not advisable, because with the best will in the world, you know, life changes and life things come in your way, and we all have personal, family and social commitments, as well as our learning goals and aims. So we want to make sure that we don't encourage people to set themselves up to fail in taking on too much. For example, if you need to take or boost your English maths qualifications, that's a really important thing, and it can be quite an intensive course. So we encourage you to focus on that, and maybe only take on one other qualification at the same time. Or but as for our other range of the employment program and the careers boosters, and we have a range of other short one-day free employment skills or those other courses, they can easily be picked up alongside most of our other courses, so that you can get those skills at the same time as the vocational training that you're accessing on your main qualification. So again, we will discuss that with you when you are choosing your options, and so that we'll give you some good advice on making the best choices in that way. That's lovely. Somebody's already suggested us that the mental health and wellbeing course would be a great one to do in the evening, so that's one that we'll bear in mind. So thank you very much for that, and a lovely comment from anonymous to say thank you very much. You've been really helpful. So that we appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback, and we hope that we've given you everything that you need to know here. But feel free, get in contact with us. Those of you that have given us your contact details today, we'll be back in touch with you for the assessment and other information that you need. And otherwise, any of you that need to get in contact with us can do so by get in contact with us on the email and by the telephone as well. I'm just trying to get the information up to share that with you as we speak, so that you can see it on the screen. Just involves a lot of clicking around, so I do apologise. And there it is. So our contact details are opendays@leicesterlearns.ac.uk as the email, or give us a call on 0116 454 1900 until 5 o'clock today or 4:30 tomorrow. Thank you all for your time, and thank you, Claire, for being helpful and giving us all the information about your courses.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and we're going to say goodbye for now. Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.